All right then, if you just joined us, you've not missed out so much. You are on to the best segment of the program, because here we're going to talk about how perfume can enhance your confidence and boost your morale. But before we dive into the conversation, let me tell you that the Nigerian fragrance and perfume industry has contributed significantly to the Nigerian economy, as the market is expected to grow annually by 10.86% in the next 5 years. This impact is centered around the wholesale and retail of fragrance products. However, there is also a notable manufacturing footprint, especially in the MSME space, with additional impact in sectors across the economy driven by supply chain spending and consumer activity that the industry's payment of wages creates. It will also interest you to know that perfumes and deodorants are popular today because not only do they help you fight body odor, but also boost your morale. To help us do more justice to this and also tell us the right perfumes that you will need to boost your morale and personal confidence, I'm now being joined live in the studio, as well as we assess the economic prospect of fragrance and the perfume market. I'm being joined live in our Lagos studio by Winifred Iwujele, who is the founder and perfumer at Winnie Sense Fragrance Nigeria Limited. Okay, I want to say Winnie Sense, but that's your brand. But let me come to your name. Winifred, it's a great pleasure having you join me on the program. Good morning, and thank you for coming.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great. Let's get talking now. First off, let me start this conversation by asking you how you venture into the perfume industry. Was it what you have always dreamt of doing? Because you know, in Nigeria, when you're in, let's say when you're in primary school, they will ask you, what would you want to become when you grow up, or what do you want to become in future? You say, I want to become a pilot, or I want to become the first lady. I saw a video and I was training some weeks ago, and the lady said when she wants to become a first lady after school, and some other people say they want to become this and of that. So was becoming a perfumer part of the dream for you, or you just find yourself in that field? Tell us your story.
It was never part of the dream. Growing up, I wanted to be a medical corps, a medical doctor, and in the military. Maybe because I grew up with a very investigative father. He was with the security department. And but I was born with a very sensitive nostril. Everything triggered allergies. So along the line, I think I've never been stuck on any profession. I was just going to, so when medicine didn't work, I studied applied biochemistry first degree. I didn't want medical biochemistry. I wanted applied because, I mean, it gave me access to the industry at large. And then there was, at some point, I just wanted to be an educator. You know what? Soft life, just teach after school, go home and take care of my family, right? And then along the line, I think it started from encountering someone who was selling perfume oils in Nigeria. It was new then, and I was like, what are you doing? He said, selling perfume oils. I said, okay. I got a couple of bottles that you could just spray around, and one of my nephews got into my room and just wasted it. As he wasted it, I found out that, this thing cannot just win. My money cannot just go like that. This person is making money from me. I can also make money from me. So I was like, okay, fine, let me go into this thing. But on the other hand, I said there were some perfumes that would cause allergies, and there are some that would not. I need to find out why some will not cause allergies and why some will, because there are a lot of people like me, that would be very selective.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I also noticed that there were some that would irritate my skin, and some that wouldn't. So I was like, okay, start the business. Start selling, retailing, and then take it a notch higher by going to learn, the art and the business of perfumery. Yes, and that was how I stumbled into perfumery.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I know we're having a conversation off camp, and you said you've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yes, please.
How's the journey been for you as a lady in business?
Business in Nigeria is not for children.
It's really tough.
And I say that
really tough.
First up. Yeah. And I think for me, there was the part that I could use a disadvantage, a supposed disadvantage to my advantage, because I could sneeze everywhere, you know, everything was uncomfortable for me whenever these allergies come up. But then, okay, good side of it, make money from it, but there's a passion as well. Just make sure that you love what you're doing. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough one. Perfumery is not a cheap venture.
Really?
No, it's not.
Is it to manufacture?
Yes, to manufacture perfumes.
We need to get it
yes,
right. But we've seen, sorry to bother.
No, it's okay.
We've seen quite a lot of people go into the aspect of marketing, the retail side.
Yes, retail.
Almost on all WhatsApp platform, or WhatsApp status I check out, you see people selling one perfume product or the other. That makes it look as if it's a very lucrative business.
That's true.
But let's talk about the production aspects now. Yes. Take us through that road.
So I started off, you know, selling, retailing perfume. So I made good cash from it because it's very easy to make profits from selling perfumes, right? And then if you know your market, you just know that, okay, these people will pay me. So stick to these people.
Do you have a particular target audience in mind?
Yes. I had a target audience as a retailer. Okay. But it changed when I became a manufacturer.
Oh.
Yes, it did.
Changed.
It did. Okay, so first things first, like I said, perfume is not an easy venture. So when I mention perfume, please know I'm talking about production, not sales.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's not cheap because most of the raw materials have to be brought into the country, and they are quite expensive because of the exchange rates. Okay, so having to bring the right essences. Don't forget, I also said that I needed to create fragrances that were hypoallergenic, so that at no point will my fragrances irritate anyone. And I have to put all of those into cognizance to bring the right raw materials into the country. So that in itself was, I think for the first 2 years, there was nothing like profit. Don't even think about it. Just ensure that you were not making losses. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be like any form of discouragement, but people have come say, I want to learn perfume, and say, I have to take you through a form of counseling before you
venture.
Yes, because I was just passion, and just pumping all of my money. And
did you at any point have any investors?
Yes, partners came up.
Okay.
And I think at that point I put in so much. So again, I didn't have a background in business. By the time I started to, you know, take courses on business and go attend incubations and all of those things, I realized that, okay, fine, I needed funding. But I put so much, I felt like I'd put so much into it that I just couldn't measure what this person would bring in that would, you know,
exactly.
Because I have stock, and I see that as asset, not liability. Perfume, if you go to my perfume lab, you have lots of raw material that I have not even touched for once.
Wow.
And I put up the money. I have to make the money back. Some way, somehow. And the truth is, some of them I would never use.
Wow.
That's just the truth. Because, I mean, when I'm preparing my briefs and everything, so I started off, you know, doing bespoke. I can make perfumes, can I make something for you so that you know and then people will believe in me, or because of the kind of the grades of perfumes I was selling as a retailer, they believed that, you know, this person, you could trust her with giving us quality perfumes. So after a while of signing contracts on, for the next 6 months you are not going to use any other brand, and I'm not going to sell the perfume that you're wearing. I got people say, if I put this on the shelf, I mean, see this out, you're doing great with it. And then that helped me, you know, to say, okay, let me start retailing. Again, it was never the goal to be a retailer. Even my own yes, I just wanted to be the perfumer who, you know, help other brands start up perfume lines. That was the goal. But Nigeria again will happen to you. And you need to get money. You can't keep putting money to a venture.
Exactly.
So,
but I want to ask this question. This question is just coming to my mind because I'm really serious about it. How much effort do you put in making a perfume?
A lot. Last week I met someone. She came into Nigeria. She's been in the UK a lot, but she's a Nigerian. She said, I think that the perfume market in Nigeria is booming, and I want to come in.